Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Explosive Mahmood, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Leeds versus Arsenal and just Arsenal in general. So yeah, let's just get started. And the first thing about the game is the most obvious thing is the headbutt. Nicolas Pepe. What was he doing? Mikel Arteta gives Nicolas Pepe a chance. And my guy goes and does that. He goes and does a headbutt. We paid £67 million for a guy to go headbutt someone. Mans came out to apologise. But if he knew he was going to come out to apologise after he done the incident, why do the incident in the first place? Why headbutt someone? You know you're going to get yourself a ban. You know you're going to get yourself a red card. And he goes and does that. He needs to be taking his opportunities. He's not here to be just taking Europa League opportunities and playing well in Europa League. We know we can do well against teams like that in Europa League. But in the Prem, when it matters, teams in the Prem where it fully matters, he doesn't take his chances. But I'm still going to stand by Pepe. You can't... no one can say anything to me to change my mind. He's 24, maybe 25 years old. He's at an age where he's start of his prime, and with more opportunities, I believe that he will become good. He just needs more opportunities other than the Europa League to show Arteta that I can really do this, and Arteta can give him more advice, because Arteta has a lot of advice he can give him, but he doesn't have much he could go off by, because he's seen him in quite a few games, but this season hasn't seen him in a lot of Premier League games. So if he gets more of that opportunity, it'll be good for him. And then we got Leeds. Leeds overall had 3 chances where they hit the post. Could have easily won. They didn't take their chances. But Arsenal should have took their chances in the first half. The first half where we had Aubameyang making like a run. He also took a shot. We had Dani Ceballos also took a shot. There was chances for Arsenal in that first half. This game could have easily ended up like 3-2 to Leeds, or 2-2 overall, or something like that. But Arsenal need to be taking their chances. We're not creative enough, and this is the problem. This is where I believe... I know Mesut Ozil's being phased out and we want to get rid of him now, but I feel like we should bring him in and go 4-2-3-1. He'll at least add some creativity. Yes, he doesn't add goal involvement, but at least he'll add some creativity. Put Dani Ceballos next to Partey at CDM, and then ahead of them put Ozil. There's your creative side. Dani Ceballos, he does the creativity, but having Ozil helping him out will just be so much better for us. We also need to play Aubameyang at striker. That game, we did see Aubameyang at striker, and we saw him run into the box, get in those spaces. That's what we need him doing a lot more, but we need him getting those opportunities at striker. Saka on the left wing, Pepe on the right wing. That's it. Willian, absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And somehow he's getting in the team more than Nicolas Pepe. What's Arteta thinking, to be fair? What Arteta's thinking? Because I understand Arteta trains with them and he sees them a lot more than we do. But seriously, bro, the stats can't lie. Man's making less than 0.8 XG and making less than 1.5 shots a game, in fact. Less than, I don't know, 1 dribble a game. He's absolute dog shit here. He's not doing shit. One game, the very first game in the Europa League. Actually, it wasn't even the Europa League. It was the Premier League, in fact, where he got his first game for Arsenal. And he played really well in that game. And we thought, oh, we're going to get a really nice Willian. A Willian that's going to show Chelsea and show everyone what he's really about. Oh, no, he's been absolute woeful. 200k per week for a 32 years old winger. What's he done? Absolutely, what's he done? When Bukayo Saka plays, he's showing him up. He's literally just showing him how it's done. A 19-year-old winger is showing a 32-year-old experienced winger on 200k how to play football. How's that possible? How's that happening? Williams dog shit. He's still making the team. My God, this defense needs a lot of work. What's happened to Saliba? Yes, we know he's had his family member passed away. he's had his family member passed away. But we got teams there like Saint Etienne willing to take Saliba on loan in January, and Saliba willing to take a pay cut. Just play Saliba next to Gabriel. It's not hard. It's not hard. We just need someone like that. Rob Holding, he's done alright for us since he's came back from his injury like last year or the year before, and he's really started coming into his own. In the last couple games, he hasn't been great, but he's been alright this season. But the only problem with Holding is when he gets too tight. He gets too tight to the defender. He doesn't keep that 1 meter, like that one arm's length you're supposed to do. He gets too tight to the defender, gets so easily spin, and that's it. They're in. We've seen it in this game. He was a little better, but we've seen it in the Aston Villa game. Grealish fully just acted like he wasn't even there. It was that easy for him. In this game, it happened a few times as well. Bellerin did alright. Tierney in the last 2 games has been a bit crap. Gabriel's doing alright actually. Last 2 games hasn't been the greatest. We are missing Partey though. We're missing that guy that can help, like Xhaka or whoever our CDM is at that time. We're missing Partey, a guy that can dribble that ball up the pitch and hold that ball up for us as others make run, but a guy that also like defends and helps defensively. We're missing that double pivot in the midfield in someone like Partey, a complete destroyer, and we're totally missing that. But why are we relying on Partey when we've got Granit Xhaka there? He knows he needs to be passing forward like he typically is. Danny Ceballos, I don't know what's going on with Arteta now, because I'm going to back Arteta. I believe he is still the man for Arsenal, but in the last 2 games, he needs to be questioned. He knows his mistakes. The players know their mistakes. We as fans know their mistakes. They just need to rectify it. And Arteta needs to realise that we ain't creative enough in the last 3-4 games. Even the games we've won, we haven't been creative enough, and we've relied a bit too much on Aubameyang getting us goals, Saka and Pepe to create, and also to take shots and do what they need to do to help Aubameyang. And we've relied too much in the midfield of Danny Ceballos to get us those crucial goals and even push that ball forward and create. We need someone a bit more creative to help out. We need to go 4-3-3 and do Partey at CDM and do Danny Ceballos as like your box-to-box midfielder type player, and have someone like a guy who has an £18 million release clause in 20-year-old creator Dominic Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai has been linked to Arsenal. We need to go from in January. £18 million. Yes, other clubs like Man U, Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, they're all interested. But I believe most of them have slowly dropped their interest, but they're still interested in some of those clubs, still interested in him. If Arsenal get in early, they can get their man. He will be the perfect guy. He's young, he's a creator, he can get us goals, assists. He's just a younger version of Ozil. We need Ozil to come into the side and help Danny Ceballos out. Danny Ceballos and Thomas Partey at CDM will be absolutely amazing, and have Ozil ahead of them in that cam role. And then you can play like a Bukayo Saka and a Pepe on the wings. 4-2-3-1 will just suit Pepe better in my opinion. Because these last couple of games you've seen him at against the easy teams in the Europa League, he's performed. But against teams like this in the Premier League, he hasn't performed. I feel like he just needs to play in a bit of a deeper role, so he can receive that ball deep and then dribble that ball up from the inside, so he can take a few more shots. It may be helpful to us having that guy that's taking extra shots. Aubameyang at striker, he needs to get that more opportunity, because Leeds could have so easily won that, and that's a decent result for Leeds considering the team they were playing. And they potentially could regret not winning that game because they've had quite a few chances. But my God, these last couple games, some of these players need to have a hard look at themselves. Tierney needs to look at himself and be like, Tierney definitely needs to pick up some form again. Holding, don't know what's going on with him. He's going back to the old Holding, the Holding before he was injured. We're getting like Willian still getting game time. Absolute crap. My God. Even Lacazette, when he played during this season, needs to come under question that he's not scoring enough goals, especially with his heading. This is why Aubameyang needs to play striker, and then the last 20 minutes you can bring like Lacazette on and move Aubameyang out to the wing. Like, something needs to be done here because we're not creative enough, and we're not defensively great enough. But the best form of defense is attack with this side. I believe when William Saliba, he needs to come into the side. Ozil needs to come into the side. Saka needs to... When Saka's fit, he needs to play instead of William. Pepe needs to get more game time. Tierney needs to pick up some form. Leno can hold his head. He can hold his head up high because he's doing really well for us. Aubameyang, he needs to start scoring more goals. The whole team has their individual bits where they can say they've done well and they can say they haven't done well. But things do need to change because that's absolutely shit. Like, what's going on? Leeds! We should be the one. I know they're attacking and they're good at counter-attacking and good at pressing and all that. But we should be the one really pressing them, and we should be the one taking the game to them and showing them that we're Arsenal Football Club. What's going on here? This is just not great. Hopefully the next game we can bounce back. But we'll see. We'll see. Because it's going to be a tough game, but... Well, we'll see. Until next time, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and peace.